Good day, everyone. My name is Silabeoda. I'm the Managing Director of TrueLink Immigration Services Limited. Our head office is based in Edmonton, Canada, and our branch office is in Ibadan, Nigeria. Today, I'll be talking to you about high Ielts, and the specific topic I'll be talking about is high Ielts requirements for Federal Skilled Worker Program. I'm sure many of us are aware that language proficiency is one of the eligibility criteria for the Federal Skilled Worker Program. There are also so many other English exams that you can use, but today we're going to talk about IELTS. As an immigration consultant, many times I have candidates coming to me, and one question many of them keep asking is, what is the minimum score I should have in IELTS? When I hear them ask these questions, I'm always happy. And the reason is because I believe that when you know the score you should have, it can actually help you know how best to prepare for the exam. So let's go on and discuss IELTS. What is IELTS? As it's pronounced, IELTS means International English Language Testing System. It's actually an exam that helps to assess your proficiency in English. There are different types of IELTS, but the one that is important to us, especially for those that want to migrate to Canada, is the general exam. So if you're going to register for the exam, what you need to register for is the general exam. The IELTS actually assesses your English skill or your proficiency skill in 4 areas. The first area is your listening skills, your reading skills, your writing skills, and your speaking skills. Now, before we go on and actually talk specifically about this minimum score that you're trying to have, I would like to talk briefly or define what they call CLB. That's CLB is Canadian Language Benchmark. This is actually a scale used by Canadian government to assess your language proficiency. So when you talk about CLB in relation to IELTS, the minimum score you're supposed to have if you want to migrate through the Federal Skilled Worker Program is you must have a CLB 7. And what does CLB 7 mean? CLB 7 means that in listening you have 6, in reading you have 6, in writing you have 6, in speaking you have 6. This is the minimum that is required by IRCC for you to apply to migrate to Canada as a Federal Skilled Worker. If you are below this, you cannot apply at all. If you have above it, yes, you can go on. But based on our experience, we actually encourage our clients to aim to score a CLB 10. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. But even if you cannot score CLB 10, which is the highest score that you can ever have, the minimum that you expect to have if you want to migrate through the Federal Skilled Worker Program is a CLB 9. And when you have CLB 9, what scores do you have? CLB 9 implies that you have 8 in listening, 7 in reading, 7 in writing, and 7 in speaking. I'll repeat that again. CLB 9 means you have 8 in listening, 7 in reading, 7 in writing, 7 in speaking. When you have a CLB 9, yeah, you stand a higher chance of actually getting an invitation to apply from the Canadian government. And many times, all you just need to do is prepare well for the exam. I've spoken to a lot of people on IELTS, and when I asked them how many days did you use to prepare, many of them would tell me 3 days. That they just took 3 days leave from work and they tried to read for those 3 days. No, it doesn't work like that many times. You need to devote time to it to get the required score that you expect to get. So I would actually advise that if you want to migrate to the Federal Skilled Program, it's good that you spend time preparing for the exam. And I believe when you prepare very well and you get lots of materials, you go through those materials, you practice, you work with past question papers on IELTS, you are likely going to get the score that we suggested, which is a CLB9. I also want to tell us that the validity of the IELTS has a validity period of 2 years. So once you sit for the exam, after 2 years you can't use it again. So you have to, if your IELTS has expired, which means it's been with you for 2 years, you've not used it to migrate, then you have to go and repeat the exam. In conclusion, it is actually very obvious that someone with a CLB9 has a higher chance of being eligible than someone with a CLB7. So I want to encourage everyone who is interested in migrating to Canada to prepare well for the exam and ensure they score CLB9, especially if you want to migrate through the Federal Skilled Worker Program. I would encourage us to leave our own comments. I would be happy to hear your own story or your own comment about this topic. I also want to encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can have direct access to other posts that we will post on Canada immigration.